One of the two mid-career positions? I'm going to take it.
You have so much confidence.
Mr. Sato, shall we begin?
Yeah, it's a little early, but let's start.
Mr. Sato?
My name is Keiichi Sato. I work in advertising for various companies, and I'm about to start interviews for mid-career hires. Let me check if the chairs are free of dust.
Keiichi?
Oh, Miss Hazuka, good morning.
Already acting like we're colleagues? Cut it out! I never expected you to be the first one here. But sorry, you see. One of the two mid-career positions, I'm going to take it.
You have so much confidence.
Well, at the very least, as the eldest daughter of the Hanazuka family, there's no way I'd lose to you. At the very least, I know more about the world than someone who's only experienced high school.
I see. So that's your reasoning.
You should go ahead and book your next interview slot while you still can.
Looks like everyone is here now. We'll be conducting interviews in pairs.
Huh? What are you talking about? Mr. Sato, shall we begin?
Yeah, it's a little early, but let's start.
Mr. Sato? It seems you were having quite the conversation just now.
Yeah, Miss Hanazuka seems to have misunderstood and thought I was here to be interviewed.
Oh dear. Mr. Sato was appointed as the president of Tokimeki Corps at the end of last month. You mean you didn't even know that before coming to the interview? Well... I only applied as a backup option, so I didn't bother checking. Huh?
Please wait. She has been studying her knowledge overseas until recently. That's why she couldn't catch up on the latest information.
Yes, that's exactly it. But how does Mr. Matsuzaka know about that?
Well, actually, Miss Hanazuka is my partner.
That's right! Mr. Matsuzaka is my destined. This is a problem. Now is not the time to make such claims. What? If it were just the two of you, that would be one thing. But there are candidates about to be interviewed right in front of us. If we were to decide on hiring based on this, it could lead to strange rumors. Please refrain from making careless statements.
My apologies.
I appreciate that he tried to cover for me, but that was kind of lame.
My apologies, Miss Nishioka. I assure you that personal relationships with the interviewers have no bearing on hiring decisions.
Of course. I trust that completely. Thank you for taking the time for this interview. The pleasure is ours. Now then, shall we officially begin the interview?
And so, the interviews began.
All right. I'll start my self-promotion. In my previous job, I worked as the head of sales and managed to increase revenue by 5% compared to my predecessor. I focused on understanding customer demands, identifying key issues, and working together with my team to solve them. And so, why does this atmosphere feel so awkward? Forgive me for saying this, but your self-promotion sounds extremely formulaic and generic. How could you say that? Well, it just that you seem so confident, so I couldn't help but point it out. Excuse me, but is there something only you could accomplish? Or any significant achievement in your previous job? Like I said, I increased sales by 5%. But without knowing the original revenue, it's hard to gauge how impressive that actually is. That's, well...
On the other hand, Miss Nishioka's self-promotion was much clearer.
Really?
Yes, not only did she clearly state the previous year's revenue as a reference, but she also shared her thoughts on Tokimeki Corp's past projects, and explained how she could contribute to them.
Miss Hanazuka, your self-promotion and responses lack sufficient knowledge or opinions about our company's products. You didn't have to put it that way. For the record, I worked at Doki Doki Corp, a major company. Increasing sales by 5% in a large corporation should speak for itself, don't you think? Well, Doki Doki Corp's sales haven't grown much over the past 5 years to begin with. In addition, Tokimeki Corp operates in a completely different industry. That may be true, but...
Miss Hanazuka, why don't you take a moment to reflect and refine your self-promotion using Miss Nishioka's example?
What? My boyfriend is Mr. Matsuzaka, you know? Besides, this isn't the only company for me. I've made my case well enough.
Is that so?
Then let's move on.
In the end, Miss Hanazuka refused to take any of our advice. And then, on the first day of work for the new mid-career hires...
I knew it. Looks like they needed my skills after all. Starting today, I look forward to working with you. We look forward to working with you. Since the number of applicants for the sales department matched the available positions, and with the vice president's recommendation, we decided to hire everyone who applied for the role, at least for now.
Yes.
What? Why are you all looking at me like that?
Well...
What? Are you saying I wouldn't have been hired otherwise?
There's no need to worry. I will personally make sure she becomes a capable employee.
As expected from you, Tokimeki Corp's future CEO candidate.
Future CEO candidate? Ahem.
Oh, by the way, can I tag along to your business meeting right away?
Huh? Already?
Before jumping into practice, you should start with some training first. I don't need that. I came from Doki Doki Corps, and as long as Mr. Matsuzaka is there won't be any issues. Huh?
Mr. Matsuzaka, what do you think? Well, as long as I do what I always do, there shouldn't be any problems. What you always do, huh? Actually, I was just about to assign you a negotiation task.
Oh, then let's get to that meeting right away. Mr. Sato, are you sure this is okay?
Well, if she's that determined, we might as well let her handle it. Miss Nishioka, I apologize for the sudden request, but could you accompany them on their meeting?
Huh? Me? Are you sure? Yes! Without you there? Oh my, you're already trusted to guide two newcomers.
Right? Of course.
Miss Nishioka, try not to get in Matsuzaka's way. And make sure to bring a notepad. Yes. I hope this goes well.
Let's trust Miss Nishioka. A few days later, Matsuzaka and the others finally headed out for their business meeting.
What exactly is going on here?
What? What do you mean?
I reviewed the series of proposals and listened to Tokimeki Corp's advertising plan, but it seems quite far from what we requested.
Oh, is that so? Which part specifically?
We requested a friendly, natural advertisement that wouldn't feel intrusive to anyone. However, there are several elements here that don't quite align with our expectations, especially on page 3.
Ah, that part, you see, is based on a trending technique. Adding that element makes it catchier and more memorable to people.
Even if it's memorable, will that impression be a positive one?
What?
Sometimes advertisements exist solely to be eye-catching, even if they don't serve the brand well. We do not want that kind of image for our company at all.
I see.
To be honest, I had a bad feeling the moment I realized Mr. Sato wasn't coming today.
What was that so?
I remember expressing the same concerns when Mr. Matsuzaka visited previously. How should I put it? Your proposals tend to be a bit self-centered, as if you're trying to prove you can make an impact. He worked really hard on this. Isn't that a bit harsh? This project is something I take great pride in. I cannot make compromises. I believe I made that clear to Mr. Matsuzaka as well.
That's...
I specifically asked that the core concept remain unchanged.
My deepest apologies.
What? Why are you apologizing? Insist your opinion. It's just, this is so different from what I was expecting. May I have a moment? Yes? Would you be willing to review this proposal? This is... This is the proposal that Mr. Sato left me with. He instructed me to present it in case we ran into difficulties. I see. I can present based on this proposal. How would you like me to proceed? Please go ahead. Great work, Miss Nishioka. Thank you for handling the meeting so well. I was so nervous.
I believe you can do it.
I was never trusted or relied on at my previous company. So this really makes me happy. I'll be counting on you from now on. Counting on you from now on? Hold on a second. Why did you only prepare a backup plan for Nishioka? Because even if I had given one to Matsuzaka, he wouldn't have used it. What?
Listen, Hanazuka. I don't know what Matsuzaka has told you personally, but ever since he became sales manager, he's had a tendency to act on his own.
If that was driving sales, it wouldn't be an issue. But as you saw for yourself... What? This isn't what I was told. You said you were talented when respected by everyone.
It's not like I'm not respected. Besides, if I really got serious, I
see. Now I really understand. Just like during the business meeting. You were putting on a show for me.
No, that's not it. Miori.
We are done. I'll prove myself without relying on you. Oh, seriously? So if you actually put in effort, you'll be able to contribute to the company? Of course. Just watch me. I see. I'll be looking forward to it.
Is this really going to be okay? And then 1 week later. This is...
See? I just got a major contract. So this is how you play it. I never expected you to secure a deal with your father's company. You should be grateful. Normally, no one gets a contract with Yaba Yaba Core so easily. I had to work hard to convince my father to agree to this.
This might require some countermeasures.
Yes, I believe so. Why are you all acting so frantic? Actually, Miss Nishioka's previous company was Yaba Yaba Core. And well, we've never heard anything good about them. Are you saying you're unhappy that I got this contract? That's it, isn't it, Keiichi? You're just mad because I dumped you.
That's not the issue here.
What? There's no way my father's company has any problems.
Time passed.
Thank you all for coming here today. I, Yoshiyuki Hanazuka, take full responsibility for recent misconduct and hereby resign as company president.
Wait. What? Dad is resigning?
Mr. Hanazuka.
Keiichi, what did you do? Why is my father resigning? I'll answer that. The truth is, Yaba Yaba Core has had a long history of troubling rumors. Even beyond advertising, many business leaders advised against working with them. We had no intention of getting involved either. But since you secured the contract, we had no choice. You could have just handled the work peacefully. Why did it have to come to this? Since you weren't directly involved after the contract was signed, you might not be aware. But the employees who took over the Yaba Yaba Core account raised numerous concerns. That can't be.
We couldn't just ignore the fact that our employees were being treated unfairly. I can't keep quiet about it. So, we gathered evidence and submitted it to the appropriate authorities.
And, well, you already know the rest. How could you do this? My father poured his heart and soul into building that company. I'm sorry, but after speaking with my former colleagues and learning the full extent of the situation, there was no way we could just turn a blind eye.
I know this might not be something you want to hear, but are you really saying you had no idea about any of this?
Huh?
In reality, after securing the contract, you quickly handed it over to another employee. And you specifically instructed them to be careful not to upset anyone from Yaba Yaba Corp, didn't you?
I'd say this to your father as well. Family, company status, no matter who you are or what position you hold. Acting arrogantly or treating others harshly. is never acceptable under any circumstances. During your interview, I saw shades of your father in your attitude. I hope you take that to heart as you continue your work from now on. My father's shadow?
Miori, look at what you've done. Because you signed that contract with Tokimeki Corp, I was forced to step down.
I'm sorry, Dad. That wasn't my intention.
My company is going down because of your attempt to restore your reputation. How are you going to take responsibility for this?
With all due respect,
What?
stop shifting the blame. You're simply facing the consequences of your own actions. You're speaking as if your daughter is the one at fault. But the responsibility lies entirely with you. Do her a favor and stay out of her life. You're a terrible influence on her.
Keiichi,
Ah,
you did the right thing, Mr. Sato. Don't look so down. I respect you for it.
I hope this was the right choice.
And that's one of the things I like about you.
After that, Hanazuka no longer acted arrogantly. In the end, she changed jobs, hoping for a fresh start. However, due to her father's reputation, people often interpreted her words and actions in a negative light, leading to many unfair situations. On top of that, she had been relying on her father's money and spending recklessly, but with all the scandals, her finances dried up and debt collectors started showing up at her workplace, making things even worse. As for Matsuzaka, he also changed jobs, but things didn't seem to be going well for him either. Meanwhile,
Nishioka said she wants to continue learning from you.
oh, she really is dedicated.
It's not fair that you're only teaching Nishioka. I want to learn more from you too.
Of course. Thanks for watching.